we are back. Is this thing even on? Is this thing on?
It's on.
It's working?
It's on like Donkey Kong.
You already cooking, huh? And we are back. This is What's Cooking with FannyB00, episode 10. I am Chef C. This is Chef
Fanny.
And we are here in the place to be, and we appreciate you guys tuning in. We got a hell of an episode for you guys. Again, again and again, again, this is episode 10, and we here to win, though. So, don't want to get too rhymey on you guys earlier, but we popping it off, though, again. Special shout out to all the viewers, the listeners, right? Those liking, sharing, commenting, right? Can't do it without you guys. Appreciate you guys, voting, whatever you do, though. If any interaction, we appreciate it. We promise to keep delivering, though. So, definitely have a doozy for you guys today. First of all, how you doing, though? You looking good, though. I got to give you a round of applause, though. Because you looking good, though. You know what I mean?
I thought the stove was electric, but it's all gas.
Oh, you flipped that. You flipped that.
Relax.
You tried to get it off, though, but I'll give you about a C for effort on that, though. You got it off, though.
If I get C, I'm okay.
All right. Touche. All right, it's popping. I like the energy already, right? Episode 10, it looks like it's live, right?
Yep.
We got a live show for you guys coming up today. We're going to start it off with our burning question. Then we're going to roll right into some aphrodisiacs with Valentine's Day around the way.
Spice things up a little bit for y'all.
Especially in the bedroom, right? Especially for some of you couples that, have been struggling and haven't been able to spend some time together. We got some things that could definitely enhance your experience.
Absolutely.
Right after that, we're going to roll right into some Black History facts. Yeah. Then we're going to play our world famous game of Would You Rather. Shout out to that one time. And then we're going to get up out of here, though, so quick and easy. We love it, right?
Yep.
We're going to open it right off. First of all, we can say cheers, though. Cheers to that, though. Cheers. Woo. So that was nice, though. So jumping right into our burning question, right? I always like to start off with this, right? As you know, right? This is your
favorite part.
Absolutely.
It's your favorite part. It's becoming my favorite part, too.
I like that, though. So, okay. So let's start off with our burning question, right? This is a question that's been pretty revered for a long time.
Yeah.
Right? You've heard it throughout the community, in and out the community. You can go certain places. You can experience it. So let's just get straight to it. Burning question. Who makes better fried chicken? Blacks or Koreans?
That's a crazy question.
Talk to me. It is kind of crazy on the readback.
It is when you consider the history, right? But I mean, it's like I have to say, I'm one to go for variety, and I feel like the Black community has a lot more variety in the fried chicken techniques, right? So, Korean fried chicken, there's the standard, the buttermilk bath, and then their whole double dipping process, the wet batter, dry batter, all that, the double frying process. They have a whole system, and it's across the board uniform, right? But in the Black community, it's like some people use mustard, some people use egg wash, some people use buttermilk also. Some people use pickle juice in their marinade, right, with the buttermilk, right? I got a secret recipe that I may or may not share with y'all. But,
True.
So
hey, put in the comment if you want us to share that secret recipe.
Yeah. And then, it's like, so then there's that. And then it's like, there's just so much. And then also, the flavor is not uniform either, right? True. Like, some people are lemon pepper, some people Cajun, some people fan seasonings, any of them, though.
True, any of them, though. Honey heat, citrus sweet,
the lemon heat, the honey
heat,
and the citrus sweet,
though, right?
Yeah, and
you know what I'm saying? Shout out to those stuff.
So I'm gonna have to go with the versatility and the more options, the more variety, though.
So who are you saying?
It's the Blacks.
The Blacks, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm aligned with that, right? I think the Koreans have definitely adapted the style.
Right.
They've mastered their style. Their process is really good. You can go to any spot, any Korean spot in America, right?
Yeah.
And definitely experience some really good fried chicken.
Yeah.
And there's rumors about how they learned the technique in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Supposedly it was during war times. A couple brothers that served. We appreciate you guys' service, right? They went over there. And domesticated it and showed them some of our traditional techniques in the Black community. So that's why, traveling the world And meeting new people and cultures blending is usually a powerful thing because, you know, I salute to both cultures, right? Everybody kind of lending their expertise. You know, it's one thing to start something, but it's another thing to pick something up and add something to it, right? And I always appreciate that. So I'll shout out to the blacks frying their chicken. Shout out to the Koreans frying their chicken as well.
And everybody eating on fried chicken.
Absolutely.
In moderation.
Absolutely. A salute to everybody who's frying it crispy, right? It's not too flaky where it falls off. It's just right. It's got perfect crisp, perfect seasoning. And you don't need too much sauce in that. Shout out to the who's frying it like that.
Yeah.
So shout out to us. Shout out to us.
You talking about us?
So okay though, so that's the burning question. Let's roll right in though. You wanted to talk aphrodisiacs, right?
Yeah.
That's a hot topic, especially during February, which is the month of love, supposedly, right? Yeah. There's a lot of what's it? Inception, right? A lot of conception going on during the month of February, supposedly, right? So.
I'm a November baby myself.
Oh, there you go, there, right? So that way you can see.
You do the math,
You can see during February, on Valentine's Day.
Could be.
So shout out to that, though. I cheers to that, though. You feel me? Applause to that. So, give us a breakdown on the aphrodisiac. Tell us a little bit about aphrodisiac.
All right. So first, let's get into the technical definition, right? So an aphrodisiac, food or drink. Has the effect of making you feel more aroused in a sexual way. Studies say that some of the herbal plants that are used as aphrodisiac herbs have the ability to treat sexual dysfunctions and disorders like erectile dysfunction, low libido, things of that nature.
Fellas, can't get your thing up? Get you an aphrodisiac. What we say those was? We said those was plants, herbs, and what else?
Yeah, foods and drinks also though.
Okay.
So, So I'm gonna go through a few.
That message though, hey, don't sleep though, man. All right, I ain't gonna get
put her to sleep. Don't sleep.
Exactly though. I ain't gonna get too far into it though, right?
And ladies too. You know, if that libido is low, you're stressed out, you know, whatever. Like a lot of these things have multiple effects that help both women and men.
Right. You can't get that thing hard, can't get that thing wet. Get you an aphrodisiac though. That's your best bet. What else we got?
Oh man. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna start off with there are so many that are like common and out there. So before we jump to those, I actually want to get into some that are more used or more known for their medical. The medical approach of sexual health, right?
Oh, okay.
So,
talk that.
Just teach y'all a little something first, right?
That though, health as well.
And these are things that you can add into your daily diet, in moderation, of course. That can just help you to be, more regularly aroused, have better blood flow, things of that nature, right? Almonds help with testosterone enhancement, and they also, and all of this has been proven with studies. They also help with ED, with erectile dysfunction. So they increase blood flow.
So nuts.
Yeah, speaking of, but the pistachios are also another nut of high blood flow, erectile dysfunction.
Fellas, if you need a nut, get a nut.
Oh my God.
One-liner's going crazy. What else we got?
All right, so we have saffron. Saffron you can find in like Asian cuisine and also in like Persian and those types of cuisines, right? So it is a more expensive herb, but you can find it at like higher end grocery stores. That helps to enhance sexual behaviors, and it also has antidepressant properties. So it'll just help your mood, and that mood enhancement will help you, release your own natural endorphins and all those, good fuzzy hormones.
Right on.
And then there's Maca, which that's been going around. People have talked about that a lot more. It's actually known as the Peruvian viagra.
Ooh,
and that one helps with not only ED and libido, but also with fertility in both men and women.
Ooh,
so if y'all trying to start a family, get that Maca. Get you some Maca root though.
Hey, don't hesitate, man. Make sure you got your pen and paper though, man. Because these is notes that could really make or change, turn things around. I ain't gonna say. But I mean, hey, this is just helpful hints and reminders.
Screenshot if you got to.
And then on top of that, right, you along with these, though, make sure you working out, man, taking care of yourself, though. Because if you ain't looking good, ain't nobody attracted to you in the first place, right? So if you looking good, and you feeling good, there's somebody attracted to you, then you might you get that Maca in you, you get some of that saffron and a bag of almonds. Woo! Lights out, baby.
All right, so just on the last little tail end of the more sexual health, there's pomegranate and there's black ginger and ginseng. So black ginger and ginseng helps with the ED and libido, but pomegranate actually does something different from anything on the list. And what it does is it blocks the production and synthesis of estrogen.
Is that right?
So when it does that, it's helping with the increase of testosterone. Okay. So you want to be hormonally balanced, right? If it's not, if your imbalance isn't so crazy that you need a prescription, a couple of these things added to your diet will definitely help you out. All right, so now on to the fun stuff. So
shout out to the ginseng. I know about the ginseng.
Oh, we know.
Chill.
Just kidding.
Remember, this is supposed to be a family show.
Oh, you ain't.
Might have to edit. No, we ain't editing that. No, it's all, we live.
He said what he said.
Right. We standing on business.
All right. So just some foods, and these are said to enhance bodily sensations and blood flow, which increased blood flow is going to make your nerve endings more sensitive for you women and men, and also that muscle needs to fill up with blood to get it to its max potential, right?
Absolutely.
So these are things of that nature, right? Artichokes, asparagus, caviar, chocolate, figs, oysters, any type of spicy chili peppers. The spicier the better. And then if you're trying to sweeten it up, strawberries and watermelon. I think Amarion told us a little thing about the watermelon.
I think Beyonce has some watermelon. Watermelons. So I'm familiar with a couple of things on the list, right? Like the oysters, you always hear about the oysters. You always hear about the chocolate. Right, I don't know too much about the figs, right? I know about the figs with the fig Newton, right?
Oh my goodness.
So I don't know too much about the fig. But that's just facts, bro. That's hate.
I got you.
And then in terms of the caviar, right? The caviar, I like the caviar, though. That's a different experience, though, in the mouth. Pause, though. Pause. There's no other way to describe it.
Yeah, no, it is.
I don't know how else to describe
it. And that's why it's become such a, why it
I'll
initially
let you
became.
Describe it. You talk about the caviar.
But the caviar became such a delicacy because of 1, the flavor, 2, the nutrients, and 3, the texture. And the texture in your mouth is just something a little unlike anything else. It's just, all these tiny little bubbles just like in there, and it's like, but they're not popping, but they're there, and it's not like a gross feeling. It's I don't know. It's not like boba, because boba is like slimy. So it's like this is just. It's just very smooth, and then it just kind of like coats your throat as it goes down.
It's a lot. See why I couldn't describe it? See, I'm trying to tell you, though.
Yeah, so.
But shout out to the caviar, though. Shout out to
packed with that natural umami too.
Facts. And it's good though. It's you get to if you got the right vibe, they roll out the caviar. You got a little champagne with the vibe. They roll out some oysters right behind that. If they have the oysters with the caviar sprinkled on top, that's even a more bonus, right? So you could possibly get 2 or 3 aphrodisiacs, because if you put the oyster you put the caviar on top, you put some red chili flakes, right? Now you got 3. You got 3 aphrodisiacs. So you better have something on deck. So you better be ready to take something home.
And then you follow that up with some chocolate covered strawberries. Wash it down with a little bit of watermelon juice, and
you might not make it out the restaurant. Well, okay. Nice. Did you have anything else for aphrodisiacs?
So no, that's pretty much it. It is said that, that second list is potentially more like placebo effect than anything. But I mean, if something's going to enhance your mood and make you feel better, then you can get to feeling better. So,
it just depends on who you ask, right? So if it's a vibe, it's a vibe, right? So you can't,
Absolutely.
That's cool. I respect it, though. Good stuff.
So that's pretty fun.
All right, cool. So moving right on to some of the Black History facts, right? So it is still Black History Month, though. Shout out to that. Happy Black History Month to everybody, right? And, we wanted to talk today about some of the racist imagery in advertising. So just kind of going back in history, right? You think about some of the most predominant brands in the culinary community.
Right.
We'll get to some of them in a few, but just off at the top, you think, Land O'Lakes. You think Aunt Jemima, you think Uncle Ben, right?
Yep.
So that's just a couple to name a
Right,
few,
right,
right?
right.
A couple to name a few, right? Just shout that out, though, you know. But so essentially, when they were first starting off with the imagery and advertising, they were pretty much portraying blacks with the you know, the oversized features, right? It was almost a caricature, right?
Yeah.
Where they had these super huge mouths, right?
Just exaggerated
big, crazy
beyond
lips,
reality.
looking like clowns, right? And then they had jet black, oil black skin, right? And then these bright white eyes, though. And it just pretty much just look kind of, you know, spooky, pretty much, though. In a sense. And then even some of the farmers and agriculturalists, right?
Yeah.
They would portray kids on there, you know, as they were selling watermelons, cantaloupes, right? With their mouths as big as the watermelon or as big as the cantaloupe. And, you know, truthfully, that's disgusting to me.
It is.
You know, I don't see how anybody could ever get away with that kind of, you know, bigotry, right? You know, for lack of better terms, right? I could use plenty of adjectives, but we want to keep this safe, right? So, outside of that, right, some of the notable brands, right, as I've mentioned, cream of wheat, right? You think about cream of wheat, right? The box was covered with a Barbadian American chef, right? So a Barbadian American chef named Frank L. White, right? So his image was used. His images were used in like in an advertising agency. They created like a ruckus character, like a uncle. Like a what Rostis, like a so like I don't even know what Rostis ruckus. What is that?
Well, the Rostis is like, you know, like Rastafarian, like
like a Rast. Got you.
Yeah,
Okay, I get that. What is that, plural or what? What is that? The past
I actually think that would be the singular.
Okay.
I think that would be the singular actually.
Right. Well. Pretty much the main depiction was like a lazy cook, right?
Just chilling.
Who heavily used like broken dialect, right? Wasn't educated. You know, just really not your favorable man, like not the best depiction of a man, right? So,
and I actually heard that he took that picture for what, 50 cents?
50 cents.
50 cents in 1900, and then how much they make off that? Millions
and billions off of that.
That's
though.
crazy.
You know, so cream of wheat, man. Make sure you find my man Frank L. White's family though. Make sure you compensate my man for all he did though, man, because he need to get their money. They need to get their money, man. Another notable brand, Uncle Ben. I think we all know Uncle Ben from Uncle Ben's Rice.
Yep.
You know, I remember people used to come up to me, you know, and be like, "Man, are you related to Uncle Ben?" And they thought his last name was Rice, and I'm like, "Man, you gotta get me out of here, bro."
You punched him after that?
Man, nah, I just hit him with the.
Like that's fighting words. So by the time they come, then when you find out the
meaning, right?
history,
but
the history behind it, though, right.
So in terms of the history, right? You know, they kind of had. This was the story where it was like there was kind of two people, right?
Yeah.
There was.
They portrayed it as one story,
but
it was
actually
another.
There's another, right? So the person they portrayed it as was what the uncle. Was the
farmer,
the black Texas rice farmer named Ben, right?
Right.
And they say they lost his last name in history, which is crazy. Could have been Rice.
It could have.
All intents and purposes, right? Could have been Rice. So shout out to that.
Yeah.
Right. Shout out to Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
And you know, but the image on the packaging was actually Frank Brown.
Yeah, he's maitre d' at an exclusive Chicago restaurant, right? So not only was the likeness stolen, but also his name.
Damn,
so that's crazy.
Uncle Ben and them, parent company Mars, make sure y'all go back and compensate his family, man. I'm sure they could use it.
Yeah.
And you guys definitely earned it. You guys deserve to go ahead and pay that back. And then the last one, and the most famous actual mascot, right? It's actually like a real mascot, so to speak, was Aunt Jemima, right?
Yeah.
And that was one of my favorite ones with the syrup.
Yeah.
Come on, I couldn't have no pancakes, waffles, French toast. Come on, you lay that syrup. Her syrup was coming out the bottle. It was scissor. Aunt Jemima's was scissor, though. You know what I mean?
Oh, scissor before the scissor.
That's real talk, though. It's real talk, though. Let that off, though. That was the real scissor, though. It's that Aunt Jemima pour up, though. You feel me? So, what they had her on there with the they had her on there with the bandana tied to the front though. That's how Tupac was using. Tupac was wearing it though.
Oh my god.
And All Eyes on Me though. Yeah, the bandana to the front, but they had her in there, right?
And they had created like the mammy character with her, right? Like the I mean, when you think like what there was, right, like in the days of enslavement and all that, right, like there was always like caretaker, like the kids need to be taken care of, right? So then that mammy character is going to be, you know, the plus size woman who's homely, right, just not really well kept, but you know, just you know, with the red lips, right, and all that. So
it's pretty much like the level up from like the house slave, so to speak, or like was it? I mean, I guess like a homemaker.
But I feel like from
was she getting paid? Does the mammy get paid, or what? Or is
I think that actual like the actual real like a real like mammy person in that time was like the only like typically it was a dark skinned woman, right? But usually like house slaves were light skinned.
I would have to fact check on that. I don't know how light skinned they were because it was all coming over. It was all African. So I don't know how.
But then there, you know what happened there. We don't have to get into it.
Right.
Just some bloodlines got crossed, right? So,
right. Yeah. So in terms of Aunt Jemima, right? So, what was some other facts that she had though? She was what? She was
They had a few people hired to depict that character, right?
True, right?
And they ended up going with Nancy Green in 1893.
And that was the lady. She never made a pancake or contributed to the recipe at all. But did she even get paid? Or she didn't make a profit? She didn't make a pancake or a profit.
She didn't no pancakes or pennies though.
Damn, is that what it says though? That's a crazy bar though. Hey, shout out to Nancy Green though, man. I hope you got compensated though, because you hope you get your compensation because, you know, to be on the cover of the most prolific accessory to a pancake, waffle, whatever.
Breakfast staples.
Yeah, and not get $1 for it, right? We watched that. We was using Aunt Jemima for years.
Yeah. And then there's people who put syrup on. It doesn't even have to be the waffles, Pat. I think when I met you, you used to put it on the sausage
I would sprinkle it on the whole
plate
because when you would put it on the pancakes, it would roll off and it would touch it anyway. So
just a little touch is enough. You don't need that much.
But if you, that's why you just sprinkle it over the top, and because you sprinkle in the pancakes, you're not overfilling them no more. So so you just sprinkle me. Hey, shout out to 40 water though. Time. 40 water. But yeah, okay, cool. So, and then what else though? So what's like the conclusion? Where are those brands at today? Do they still have them? I think
cream of wheat wiped theirs, right?
Okay. I know Aunt Jemima just got rid of theirs, right? They're actually under PepsiCo, right?
Right.
Know a little bit about them, and you know, they just actually rebranded to what? The Pearl Milling Company. It's right. It's right on here, in here somewhere. To where we at?
Yeah. Where is it?
That's what it is, though. It's the Pearl Milling Company. Yeah. And
then what? They also the Land O'Lakes took off the Native American.
Oh, true.
That was on there on the butter, right?
So salute to them, though. You know, it's better. It's better late than never.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day.
But never late is better. But
you flipped it though. You flipped it though. Yeah. Get it together though, off top.
Yeah, though, and then Uncle Ben's is not Uncle Ben's anymore. It's Ben's Originals.
Okay.
Or Ben's Original.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, hey man, it's all good.
Yeah.
Hey, salute to everybody, right? Shout out to everybody.
Yeah.
That wraps up our Black History facts, right? Just kind of going over, and they were culinary related, right? So we kind of go through, you know, some of your favorite brands. I know a lot of us
probably got them in the pantry right now.
Reality speaking, right? We all kind of grew up on some of those brands. We're all familiar with some of those, so. Just wanted to deliver those facts for you guys so you guys can know, right? Be in the know.
Yeah.
And, you know, show what you know, right? So now it's time for our world famous game of Would You Rather? So, do you got some questions? Or
what? You know I got questions. So, I thought it would be fun to incorporate the aphrodisiacs that we talked about earlier. Mm-hmm. Would you rather have oysters or caviar?
After I just spoke of the oyster topped with the caviar, that's a crazy question.
Yeah, so now you gotta pick one.
I'm going oysters.
Oysters?
I'll
Why?
take oysters though, just because I think it's a little bit more substantial, right? Like if I just get, I don't know, I'm just going with oysters.
Okay.
Because the caviar, I feel like you got to put it on something, right? So just the fact that we had it on that oyster, it was perfect. So the oyster was the base. Well, oyster.
All right. Okay.
All right.
You got some?
I do. I got some good ones.
Okay.
You ready?
You always do. You
ready?
Yeah,
I'll make sure you're ready.
I'm always ready.
All right.
Stay ready.
All right. So, would you rather be younger and know more, or older and know less? Go.
Younger and no more.
Younger and no more. Okay.
Yeah, because then that's like the epitome of if I knew then what I know now, right?
Right, but then it also takes away from your innocence, right? It kind of takes.
That's a good point.
This is a deep question.
But then you don't want to grow old and still just be like naive and like blind to reality.
Right, but you also don't want to be jaded.
You don't want to
because
be jaded.
You don't want to have heard all the conspiracy theories, seen all the government, seen everything kind of through the years, right? You kind of want to be able to block that out and kind of want to have a pure mind and a pure heart at that age. It's not necessarily saying that you're not savvy.
Yeah.
It just means that you don't know. You're not in the know.
I don't know. It's kind of like because ignorance is bliss, right? But it's
Let it off, then. If that's the real deal, let that off with the city.
Yeah. I mean, when you put it in that perspective of, you turn my choice around though, because like I'd rather maintain that innocence.
I'm not here to persuade you though. Stand on business.
I mean, yeah, but it's
but
sometimes different perspective and perception provides like a completely different outlook, right?
So, and I could rock with that. I obtain that. You know.
Yeah.
What's yours?
All right, so would you rather, I'm kind of keeping it a little more culinary right now, but would you rather never, ever, ever eat dessert ever again, or never eat anything that is considered an appetizer? So like wings, not anything that you'd ever see as an appetizer somewhere, you can't have any of that.
I'd rather never eat dessert than never have an appetizer. There's too many options on the appetizers. I think the desserts are more limited.
So nothing sweet ever.
I'm good. Because you had the wings, right? You could have the firecracker shrimp, right? You come out with some wontons. You come out with the calamari, right? You come out with the oysters, the cavi, right? Come on, the list goes on. But how many
make me hungry?
How many just? I got my next question rolls right. It segues right off of that perfectly.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Shoot.
Would you rather have cake and ice cream or pie with whipped cream? Go.
Cake and ice cream.
Okay.
It's just the texture.
Okay.
The cake texture is just, for me, that's what I love about it.
So is it heated up with the ice cream, or is it just regular though? So
Absolutely.
It's just a regular. So it's a la mode.
Yeah, a la mode. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, because if it's pie, like whether it's whipped cream or ice cream on the pie, I need it warm too, though. So, but usually pie. I'm still cake. Either way, I'm just cake.
Respect.
What would you pick?
That's not my question.
Though. Oh, all right.
You don't have to follow you. Hey, say that for next.
All right.
I'm gonna have to say I asked it to you already.
Where is that? Wow.
All
right. So my last one for you is: would you rather always, no matter what the occasion, wear sweats and loungewear, or always, no matter what the occasion, always be dressed up like tuxedo, suit and tie, dressed up?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's actually a great question. I would prefer, in terms of, where I'm headed, right? I mean, damn.
Because you got to consider, because you work out too, so.
Yeah. I mean, it's like all around.
Yeah, all around.
I want a sweatsuit just more versatile, right? So if I got like a nice, you can get a little designer sweatsuit and dress it up. I like a nice sweatsuit. So you pick sweats. A sweatsuit.
Sweatsuit,
though. That's how I flip it, though. That's how you flip it,
I hear you with the loungewear.
You can't box me in, right? You can't box me in out here, though. You feel me?
Hilarious.
But, okay, last one, right?
All right.
Would you rather follow a recipe on something you already know how to cook and you've made plenty of times, or freestyle something new? Because generally they would be opposite, right? You freestyle something new, you follow a recipe on something new. That's why I flipped it on you.
Got you.
That's why I flipped it. Right? Get that out.
I would like to freestyle on something new. I just like,
it
puts me in a creative space, and I just love you could just you get to decide the whole destiny of the meal, the dish, whatever. Like as you're going, like
Okay. Valentine's Day coming up. I need an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. Freestyle me a dish. Go.
All right, so on the level of on the same with the Aphrodisiacs, right? I got you with the Rockefeller oysters, right? And probably a couple of raw oysters too, right? Just give you a little bit of variety there.
Okay,
There's your app. There's your app. All right. Of course, some kind of bread, like a nice buttery garlic bread or something, right?
Okay.
So if I'm gonna go garlic bread, I'd probably say like a pasta.
Okay.
I'm one more. I'll keep it on the seafood, right? Let's do like a lobster scampi with like a fresh made linguine though, or a pappardelle pasta though. Yeah, we'll go with that because it's a little bit wider.
I would have took a spicy rigatoni, but we'll try it. We'll try the pappardelle, right? We'll try that, but I would have took a spicy rigatoni with some lobster on the. Oh, go ahead though.
All right. And then for the dessert, I'm gonna have to go cheesecake. You know me. So
that's fair.
I'll probably do. I want to go peach cobbler cheesecake, but I'll keep it strawberry, right? The strawberry shortcake cheesecake, because just going to wrap it up. We'll wrap it up with some more aphrodisiacs, though. Okay. Maybe I top that off with a little specialty Valentine's Day chocolate covered strawberry too, though. Special edition. Just for you.
That's not part of the meal. It ain't the meal. Not for me. The meal not for me.
You said I need.
But you talking about just for you. I'm talking. No, because I'm saying like if it's
like for
me.
A person?
Yeah, that's what I said. If you're freestyling the meal, could like say somebody ordered a Valentine's Day dinner. Yeah. And they're saying, hey, I don't have a menu. What would you make? And then they're like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I mean? So if you're saying, hey, I'm putting up this. That I was saying like shit. If you came with the property, I'd be like, oh no, do you know how to make rigatoni? I will send it back.
Well,
on my Valentine, but that's just different. So I'm asking you.
Then don't leave it to the chef if you don't want to. If you're not going to be open minded to whatever.
That's very true though. That's very true though. Because by the time I say, hey, what you got? Yeah. And then I'm picky though when you bring it out though. Hey, you got to replace that client. Huh? Real talk, you like, get me out of there, huh?
Remember, y'all rate your clients though.
Facts.
Yeah, so I think it was a pretty cohesive meal.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You could swap any of the things out, right? Because calamari, right? Garlic bread, cheesy bread, right? Pappardelle, rigatoni, lobster. What's the
ravioli?
Nah, I wasn't thinking ravioli. I was thinking the circle joints.
The tortellini?
Yeah. There's tortellini.
That's halfway a trick question because some ravioli are round also.
True. That's why
the tortellini are more like a bow.
It's like a little more structured though. The bow tie, right? You come out with the bow tie. There's a couple of different pastas that you could really dress it up and really present something as elevated, right? Or gourmet. So absolutely cool. With that wraps up this episode, right? We definitely love delivering it to you, though. What was this, episode 10, right? And we appreciate you guys for tuning in, right? And we are here to win, right? So don't make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell that friend to tell a friend again. All right, y'all. We are out. This is your boy, Chef C. And
Chef Fanny.
And we will see y'all next time.
Peace, love, positivity.